We are talking all things cars and mechanics and automotive. We've got Mike Quincy here from Consumer Reports. This text question says, my check engine light came on, Diagnostic said catalytic converter, then the light went off and it stayed off. So do I still need to replace it right away?
You know, if the light went off, it might just have been a little fault in the software. If the light stays on, I would definitely get it checked. But if it's off, it's probably going to be okay.
All right. This next question says, what sort of things will keep my car from getting approved during inspection?
You know, that's a great question. It's probably on the DMV website or the website where you go to find out, you know, where do you get your car inspected. I'm up here in Connecticut, so I'm not familiar with the laws in North Carolina, but you could probably find all that stuff online.
Mm-hmm. And how often should your tires be rotated?
Again, I'm coming back to the owner's manual. It'll tell you a mileage interval. Some cars also give you an electronic notification in your instrument panel. It might say, you know, tires rotation now. And some of the models are very specific. Subarus, for example, all but one Subaru model has standard all-wheel drive. So the tires need to be rotated in a specific way, depending on how many drive wheels you're working with.
Gotcha. Okay. And your owner's manual is like the it thing for your car. You should always be looking at that even before you take it in anywhere.
I mean, I know I sound like a dad. Well, I am a dad, but I mean, it is a wealth of information, and it will tell you what it needs and what it doesn't need. And again, I keep coming back to a timing belt. I mean, this is something you can, it's running fine. I don't have to worry about it. No, change your timing belt and your oil.
Got it. All right, this next text question says, how do you decide when you get two different opinions from two different mechanics?
I think it comes back to the community forums, like the Facebook forums. You're going to get recommendations from people, and sometimes the person that's used this particular mechanic might say, well, they're not cheap, but they're really good. For my money, I'd rather pay for good than just go for cheap. There's going to be something in between what the dealer is going to charge you and what the independent mechanics are going to charge you, and you got to find the middle ground in there. But don't always just go for the less expensive estimate.
Now let me ask you this: what about if the opinions are different? It's not just the price that's different, but what they think is wrong with your car is different. Should you take it then to a third mechanic?
Maybe. I mean, that's a tough call. I mean, we go back to what we mentioned before about the specialty mechanics. If your specialty mechanic it knows Honda's inside out, I would probably trust that particular opinion over someone that kind of dabbles in that particular brand. But yeah, that's a tough call. But also there's a lot of online forums just for your car. There's an online forum, you know, for Chevrolet Impalas, and they're going to say, oh yeah, at 60,000 miles, this thing happened, and other people are going to chime in and say, oh, that happened to me too. Quite often with mass market production for automakers, they're all going to kind of break around the same time. So you're going to have a company that has misery has company. That's it.
Yes, I mean, Googling what is wrong with your car here and there can help out for sure. Okay, this person says, do you need to change your headlights often?
Not specifically, no. You need to clean your headlights once in a while, and there are very specific headlight cleaners because the lens outside the cover in front of the actual light itself can get old and dingy and pockmarked, and that will reduce the performance. So I would clean the headlights, but a lot of headlights these days are really sophisticated and they last a long time. So you probably don't need to replace it. I mean, if it's blown out, definitely replace it. But you don't just necessarily have to be proactive and just say, oh, I need to replace the headlight because it's old.
All right, really quickly, we have less than a minute. Why does my spare tire light indicator come on, and should I have air added to it?
Yes. So your tire pressure indicators usually go for all the 4 tires that are just on your car. But the more the fancier cars, I couldn't get that word out. The fancier cars also have a tire pressure indicator for your spare. So that's a great feature for your car. It must be a pretty nice car. And definitely open up the trunk and put air in it.
All right, great. Thank you so much for your time and your expertise. We so appreciate that. If you missed anything, it's going to be in the Who Wants to Know section.